Supergirl, the movie preview. I'm not really sure what this is about, but it looked exciting, so let's check it out.
Forget everything you think you know about Supergirl.
Done.
This version is dark, torn, and full of anger, yet more human than ever before. With Kryptonian powers, cosmic loneliness, and a heroine at rock bottom, the new DCU is taking a bold step.
Guys, put in the description, in the comments, what your favorite Supergirl version was. Live action, cartoon, comic, whatever, don't care.
Because if the creators are to be believed, this movie will be nothing like what you expect.
Right?
In the past, Supergirl has often found it difficult to break free from the shadow of her famous cousin. With Woman of Tomorrow, Kara finally gets the narrative she deserves.
That's actually the theme, too, in the Supergirl TV series. Melissa Benoist, she was trying to break and make her own story, was kind of one of the things they went with that one.
The story is ideal for winning over longtime skeptics and attracting new fans.
Yeah.
It offers newcomers a clear narrative structure, focuses on a few but strong characters, and dispenses with complicated multiverse elements or cross-references.
There was some bad CGI in that movie. The Flash, there was some good CGI, too.
At the same time, it provides diehard fans with a profound and respectful reinterpretation of the heroine.
Right.
Particularly exciting, the story plays with classic Western motifs. The question of vengeance, the mismatched duo, the journey through a hostile land, all of it is strongly reminiscent of movies such as True Grit or Logan.
Really?
Tom King had even originally planned to include Lobo in the story as a cynical bounty hunter alongside a desperate Kara.
Which I'm assuming is why we're getting Lobo.
Although this idea didn't make it into the comic, it's becoming relevant again for the movie. More on that in a moment.
Okay.
When James Gunn announced the new face of Supergirl via Instagram, the DC fan community immediately took notice. Millie Alcock, who previously caused a sensation in the HBO series House of the Dragon,
I never watched that,
is now set to portray Supergirl in the DCU. The decision was made after an intense casting process, in which she prevailed over top-class competitors like Amelia Jones and Meg Donnelly. Alcock is taking on a difficult legacy. The best-known Supergirl actress is probably still Melissa Benoist.
She is my favorite, but as I've said before, she really isn't true to the character of Supergirl. Supergirl's usually pretty hot-headed, usually pretty angry from, losing her past. She's, busts indoors, ask questions later type person. I like Melissa Benoist was basically a female version of Superman. I like that a lot. That's really cool to see. Plus, she did a great job at that shy character as Kara Danvers,
who played the role for many years in the TV series of the same name. Many moviegoers will certainly have fond memories of Sasha Calle as well.
Yeah?
She delivered an impressive performance in The Flash.
I thought so.
Many had assumed that she would continue the role in the new DCU. But James Gunn and his team made a conscious decision to start afresh. Supergirl was no longer meant to be just the, quote, female version of Superman, but was to be reimagined as an independent character with her own story and greater depth.
See, even though I don't really like the character of Supergirl that much, and that's why I like the Supergirl TV show, or at least the first season, is because it was just a female version of Superman. I'm a big Superman fan, if you can't tell, and I like that, but I think it's a smart move to give her her own persona. Even though she wears that shield doesn't mean she has to be just like Superman, but a female version.
Gunn himself describes his interpretation of Supergirl as significantly darker, more emotional, and more complex. While Kal-El was raised on Earth by loving parents, Kara had to helplessly watch her world be obliterated and her family perish.
Oh, maybe that's what darker means. Because I'm like, what does he mean by darker? You know what I'm saying? Because she was just kind of like a drunk at the end of the movie.
This traumatic experience becomes a central element of her character development in the film.
All right. So I think that like I said, the character of Supergirl is something that I'm not really a big fan of, but I think that developing her in a new way will be a very smart thing to do.
It's about loss, anger, grief, and also about self-discovery, responsibility, and the question, who is Kara without her famous cousin, Superman?
Yeah.
It's striking that Alcock was not only convincing as an actress, but was also surprisingly well-received by the community. Numerous fan arts, reactions, and speculations circulated following the announcement.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think there has been a lot of backlash about her. Maybe that means she'll suck. It seems like when people have backlash, people weren't happy about Henry Cavill. They were like a British Superman, but people loved him. So it's like about the only thing they loved about the DCEU. I mean, I don't know. That's interesting. Was there no backlash? If you remember any backlash about Millie, put it in the comments.
It seems that many see in her exactly the exciting new talent the character needs for a new generation.
Okay.
Her previous portrayals of complex, internally conflicted characters...
See, but I didn't watch that Game of Thrones spinoff or whatever that was, House of the Dragon, so I have no idea what her talent is. I know what she did in the end of Superman, but that's about it.
make her the ideal choice for this new, more mature version of Supergirl.
That's cool, Dragon.
The initial title of the film, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, refers directly to the comic book series of the same name by Tom King, which was published between 2021 and 2022. Illustrated by Bilquis Evely and colored by Matt Lopez, it is regarded as one of the best Supergirl stories of all time by critics and fans alike.
Right.
And quite rightly so.
Still haven't read that. Let me know in the comments if you had and how much you liked it or disliked it. Do not spoil it for me, though. But yeah, I'm going to be reading that very soon.
In 8 issues, Woman of Tomorrow tells the story of a Kara who struggles
He's about to spoil it all for me, isn't he? Oh, well, for you guys, I'll watch it.
herself. We meet her in a bar somewhere on the edge of the universe, without a yellow sun, without her full powers. She drinks, she swears, and she wants to be alone. Everything inside her cries out for peace and oblivion. The loss of Krypton, the realization that her former purpose in life, namely to protect Superman, has long since become obsolete, weighs heavily on her.
I'm really wondering how much this is going to be spoiled for me. I don't want I don't want it to be spoiled. I want to read it and you know, experience it for the first time. I love going into movies and everything else, not having even seen a trailer. But with this channel, I can't expect that for any Superman content.
But then Ruthie enters the picture,
Ruthie.
a young girl who wants revenge for the murder of her father, and she chooses Kara, of all people, to help her. Driven by anger, pain, and an almost naive determination, Ruthie forces Supergirl to face up to her responsibilities. Together, they travel across the galaxy and find themselves in ever new moral dilemmas. Along the way, Kara is confronted with the question of what it truly means to be a heroine.
No spoiler warnings. We have no idea how deep they're going into this. We're just getting spoiled as we go along.
Tom King tells a story about trauma, responsibility, loss, and redemption. Kara is not portrayed as a perfect icon, but as a flawed, broken character who must learn to forgive herself.
Sounds like a Marvel character.
And that is precisely what makes Woman of Tomorrow so special. It is a profound, almost philosophical work, without any of the usual superhero cliches. What's also interesting is how the comic works visually. The illustrations by Bilquis Evely are detailed, emotional, and often downright poetic.
I haven't seen a lot of the art because I was trying not to be spoiled up until this moment, but yeah, it looks real good.
Each page feels like a small work of art that captures the moods of Kara and Ruthie.
Yeah.
The visual language will likely play a major role in the film adaptation as well. There is already speculation that certain panels might serve directly as visual templates for key scenes.
Probably, yeah, that's normal.
The fact that James Gunn is focusing on quality both in front of and behind the camera for his new DCU line is also evident in the team behind Supergirl. The director is Craig Gillespie, who has made a name for himself with films such as I, Tonya and Cruella.
Never seen either one.
Gillespie is known for his ability to portray complex, edgy female characters. A perfect choice for a project like this. The screenplay is written by Ana Nogueira, who will also be responsible for the planned Teen Titans film. Nogueira has a background in both theater and film.
I haven't watched much of that cartoon, but I've watched enough to know I like it. I like that cartoon. It's pretty funny. It's really humorous. I like humor and stuff. A lot of people said the new Superman movie didn't have enough, had too much humor. I felt like it didn't have enough humor. I really didn't. I would have been okay with more humor.
Brings a keen sense for dialogue and character development. In interviews, she also emphasized how important it was for her to write Kara as a multi-dimensional character who doesn't have to hide her emotions.
Okay.
In addition to Millie Alcock, we can look forward to other well-known actors on the big screen. Belgian actor Matthias Schoenaerts will appear as Krem of the Yellow Hills, a merciless antagonist who also plays a central role in the original comics. Krem killed Ruthie's father and never misses an opportunity to provoke and torment Supergirl. Schoenaerts brings the required intensity to give this role the right level of menace.
So much spoiling for me. I should not have. I did not. If I had known that they were going to go into the Woman of Tomorrow stuff, I would not have even looked at this. But that's okay. That's okay.
A particular surprise is the casting of Jason Momoa as the intergalactic bounty hunter Lobo.
I knew about that.
The actor known from Aquaman has already stated in interviews back in 2023 that he thought the role of the anarchic anti-hero to be a perfect fit. The fact that he is now actually becoming the DCU's Lobo is likely to be a highlight for many fans. The cast is completed by David Krumholtz and Emily Beecham as Supergirl's parents, as well as young Eve Ridley as Ruthie. Filming began immediately after James Gunn's Superman movie, where Millie Alcock had already been spotted on set.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard they finished filming a while back. They're in post, so.
The film has since wrapped and is now in post-production. That's a good sign.
Look at me.
There's still about a year to go before release, meaning the effects won't be rushed.
By the way, guys, don't forget to check out this video in the description where I have a link to their channel. You can subscribe to them, and you could also subscribe to me. And if you want to have a collection that rivals this one right here, don't forget to go to my Amazon store in the description where it is a bunch of Superman stuff all in one place. You don't have to go searching for it. And most importantly, it is not any more expensive for you. It just gives me small Amazon commissions to help support the channel.
This has often been a point of criticism for rival studio Marvel in recent times.
Right.
James Gunn stressed in an interview that he wanted to avoid that mistake. After all, quality takes time. That applies both to the script before filming starts and to the post-production process. With Supergirl, the new DCU is bringing in a character that aims to be far more complex.
Did y'all like seeing Keaton back as Batman? I did. I also liked Sasha Calle as Supergirl. It was a very different movie, but I liked it.
Than before. Millie Alcock theoretically brings
CGI.
Everything this new Kara needs. A mix of vulnerability, defiance, and quiet anger. In these times of generic superhero content, we are hoping for a breath of fresh air, without CGI overload or multiverse overkill.
Yeah.
And if the DCU wants to succeed...
I'm a big practical effects guy. CGI overload is a real thing. I think that sometimes it works, like an Aquaman. It brought a thing to life that we never would have even gotten to see. But in the case of The Flash, it was rushed, too much, overdone, not good. Like the Sasha Calle when she broke from prison, you know, that fake Sasha Calle looks so bad.
This movie has to deliver. According to James Gunn, Superman, Supergirl, Batman, and Wonder Woman are meant to be the cornerstones of the entire franchise.
Yeah,
the movie is scheduled to hit theaters on June 26th, 2026. What do you think? Does the story of the Supergirl movie appeal to you?
So far?
Do you feel it's the right decision to show the character in such a darker light? And is Millie Alcock the right choice for the role?
I'm curious about that darker light thing. You know, like, I don't know what dark is going to mean. Like, I think, yeah.
We are looking forward to reading your comments. And please, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed our little preview.
Yeah, that was a pretty good little rundown on what to expect from Supergirl. They titled it Movie Preview, which had me expecting more than what I saw. But that's cool, though. I want to know what you guys think about the upcoming Supergirl movie. Are you glad they're going with the take they're going with? He keeps calling it darker. I feel like that's not going to be the right description. Probably more serious and real or grounded or something. Or I don't know. But I do know, judging from what we saw in Superman, that short little clip of her, she definitely has a different story than Superman, which is great because we don't just need another Superman story with a female face. We need her own story. And the way they're setting it up so far, I'm pleased and I'm not worried at all about it. That may change very soon. But I don't know. It looks good to me. And if you want to watch any more of my videos, I've got 2 to choose from. They're both fantastic.